So, what goes around comes around in two industries. So this past weekend, Sunday, I worked 7 days this past week. Been really, really busy with my junk removal service business. And Sunday, I was cleaning up my trucks. My wife was out of town, so I decided to take advantage of a Sunday. And I went to the headquarters and I was cleaning up, putting oil in my trucks and just doing a little maintenance on my vehicles. And I'm sitting there and I'm ending the day. It was about 2 p.m. I left there around 6 or 7 in the morning, just get there, get done before the sun, because the sun's killer, of course. Well, I get a phone call from a young lady and she says, hey, I have what do you charge for a box spring? I said, $75. She said, it's a twin. I said, no problem. It's a twin, $75. Even if it's a queen or king, I charge the same price. She said, okay, come and pick it up. I said, all right, no problem. When do you want to schedule it? And she says, well, and I said, ma'am, where are you at? She goes, I'm in Dallas. I'm off of Yorktown. I said, wait a minute, Yorktown? That's my headquarters. My headquarters is on Yorktown. And I said, what street on Yorktown are you in? And she, off of what street? And she said, Yorktown and Commerce Street. And I said, wait a minute. That's the street behind Yorktown. So I'm thinking she's really close by. And I said, well, text me the information and I'll see. You know what, ma'am? I don't want to work today. Today's my day off, I tell her. I usually don't work on Sundays, but if you lower down the box spring, bring it down your apartments, and wait for me outside, I'll come around and pick it up because I'm really close by, but I'll only do it on a Sunday. She said, okay, I'll get my daughter to do it. Me and my daughter will bring it down. I'm like, awesome. So I get in my truck. I take a left turn right out of my property. When you pull out of my property, you got to make a right, and then you make a left to get where they were at. And I hit the GPS, and it said 1.5, 1 minute, 0.5 miles is what it said. So it said 1 minute, 0.5 miles. So I pull a right turn out of my property and take a left, and the right side, right outside the property. They were holding it over their head. I pull up and I stopped and I pointed like this, and they grabbed it and threw it in the back of my truck. And I reached out my hat and I said, $75. And I said, man, I just ripped these people off. I hustled them, and I'm like, yes, I hustled them. Man, I got one on them. And every time I do this, I feel proud of myself, but it's wrong. It's kind of wrong, you know? But I didn't have to do much. What goes around comes around. My AC hasn't been working at my house in 4 days. My wife's been out of town. The whole situation with the dogs inside, the AC guy outside, and that just doesn't work. So she came in town, and I suffered for 4 days. I got a window unit, put it in the back room, and I stayed in that back room for a while. So I have a 5-bedroom house, so I stayed in the smallest room. That the AC just blows ice cold icicles, right? Anyway, make a long story short, the AC guy came a while ago. He just showed up just right now. My wife calls me at the gym and she says, okay, we tripped a breaker and he flipped it back on and the AC's working now. I said, how much did he charge you? And he said, $75. And he left. Damn it. What goes around comes around. My wife said that he was there for less than 1 minute. He charged her a service fee of $75. I charged $75 to remove that dang mattress. What goes around comes around. There goes that money. You know, and that happens all the time. It's weird how it happens all the time when you're doing something, when you're doing business. You treat people right, good things happen to you. You treat people wrong, bad things happen to you. And I felt like I had ripped them off, but I did provide a service for them. Well, this guy provided a service for me, and I got on it. It happens, right, in business. Always be careful how you charge and overcharge. And if you don't think $45 will make a difference in a person's life, or $75, I'm going to tell you what happens to me. I went to a $2 million house in Highland Park a couple of days ago. And when I showed up, the fridge was inside the house. The doors had to be taken off. She said, well, I saw your price of $45. She says, yes, ma'am. But when it's inside and I'm doing more work, I have to charge double, $90. I'll take the doors off and I'll haul it off. And you know what she said? $2 million house. Her husband pulls up in an F30 Ferrari, and she was driving a Mercedes. Well, that's what's outside. She said, oh, you know what? no thanks, I'll just call someone else. She said that to me. And I said, good luck with that, ma'am. And I was walking out. I felt like that pizza guy. I don't know if you said that, but I said, hey, nice house, by the way. And I walked right out, got in my truck, and drove off. About 45 minutes later, she texts me, and she says, hey, you know what? If you're still in the area, can you pick it up? And I said, no thanks, ma'am. I'll find someone else. Anyway, guys, I hope that gives you a story that the pricing on things make a huge difference. And that's why people will hire you, because not the service, not what time you're going to get there, because the pricing's right. That's going to be a lesson that a lot of people learn in junk removal as they grow their business. And I hope y'all take that as a lesson in business overall. This junk removal industry can be tricky. There's so many small things that you can do to make money, but the right price is the right way to do it. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. And if you're also looking for a coaching program out there, I have a 100 and plus online curriculum, the University of Junk Removal. It's in the link at the bottom below. I'll talk to y'all later. I said to say Buffalo. Bye-bye.